Some of Hollywood's hottest couples decided to split up in 2020. We were shocked with Olivia Wilde and Jason Sudeikis, Taraji P. Henson and Calvin Hayden, and Demi Lovato and Max Elrich. Here are the most unexpected celeb breakups that went down this year. Julianne Hough and Brooks Laik. The Dancing with the Stars alum and her hockey pro husband broke the news after quarantining separately that they decided to end their marriage after nearly 3 years. Back in May, they told People magazine in a joint statement, quote, "We have lovingly and carefully taken the time we have decided to arrive at our decision to separate. We share an abundance of love and respect for one another and will continue to lead with our hearts from that place." Speculation of a breakup between Julianne and Brooks had been swirling for quite some time, and serious talk of a potential split escalated even further when it became clear that the pair weren't quarantining together during the pandemic. 5 months after Julianne and Brooks, who started dating back in 2013 and got married in July 2017, announced their separation, Julianne officially filed for divorce from Brooks in November. Kristin Cavallari and Cutler. The pair went public with their split on April 26, following a decade together and 7 years of marriage. They each shared throwback photos on Instagram alongside a joint statement, writing, quote, "With great sadness, after 10 years together, we have come to a loving conclusion to get a divorce. We have nothing but love and respect for one another and are deeply grateful for the years shared, memories made, and the children we are so proud of. This is just the situation of two people growing apart." Their divorce really came as no surprise. Kristin mentioned that she and Jay were having some marital trouble during an interview with Access Hollywood back in 2019.
It's been kind of an interesting dynamic, you know. We completely switched roles. He, of course, was playing football and I was sort of living his life. And then as soon as he retired, my career really picked up with Uncommon James, my lifestyle brand and the show and everything else. So yeah, it's been interesting to navigate and kind of figure out this new life that we're living.
And you say in the tease or the trailer, you say we're in kind of a funk right now. What happened?
I mean, marriage, you know, it's ups and downs, but yeah, it's just that. It's just trying to figure out this new life and how we're going to navigate it.
Megan Fox and Brian Austin Green. The couple parted ways after nearly a decade of marriage and 15 years together. Brian confirmed the news on his podcast, telling fans that he wanted them to hear the news from him directly.
She's always been honest with me. I've always been honest with her. We've had an amazing relationship. And I will always love her, and I know she'll always love me. And I know that, like, as far as a family, like what we've built is really cool and it's really special.
The Beverly Hills 90210 star also shared that he and the actress plan to approach their co-parenting duties hands-on, saying that family vacations and spending the holidays together with their 3 sons will remain a priority. Mary-Kate Olsen and Olivier Sarkozy. The fashion guru filed for divorce from the French banker in New York in May, after the state lifted its non-essential and non-emergency court filings amid the pandemic. Before their split, the two dated for roughly 8 years. Mary-Kate and Olivier, who was the half-brother of a former French president, tied the knot in New York City back in 2015. It was Mary-Kate's first marriage, Olivier's second. Jamie King and Kyle Newman. The Heart of Dixie star filed for divorce from her director hubby after 12 years of marriage in May. The actress also filed a request for a domestic violence restraining order, in which she claims she's been a victim of verbal and emotional abuse. Kyle filed for an ex-parte request, denying allegations of abuse and making his own allegations against her. In November, Kyle also filed a request for primary physical custody of the pair's children, 7-year-old James and 5-year-old Leo. Kelly Clarkson and Brandon Blackstock. The singer filed for divorce from her husband after nearly 7 years together in a Los Angeles court on June 4th, according to court docs obtained by Access Hollywood. The pair, who tied the knot back in 2013, shares 6-year-old daughter River Rose and 4-year-old son Remington Alexander. In November, the TV host reflected on her tough 2020 during a taping of her namesake talk show and gave a candid explanation to a possible reason why the two may have called it quits.
It's so funny, like I feel, even at 38, like I feel like I'm always like changing and progressing in a good sense, in a good way, and I always want to make sure I'm being the best version of myself. I think you are that thing that my mom's been telling me since I was a kid, you know, you are who you surround yourself with. You want to make sure you're surrounded by people that also want to be the best versions of themselves and also, you know, want a good common goal for everyone, not just themselves, right? So it's been it's been a really good lesson to like learn that like people like could be bad for you in a certain time. And I think that everybody just goes, oh, well, that means they're bad. Well, it doesn't necessarily mean that. It just means like you're on different paths. And I think that that's okay. Everybody's on a different learning curve and everybody's learning something different at different times. So anyway, I think I learned that lesson.
Armie Hammer and Elizabeth Chambers. The pair called it quits after 10 years of marriage back in July. The couple announced their split in matching posts on their respective Instagram accounts, writing, quote, 13 years as best friends, soulmates, partners, and then parents. It's been an incredible journey, but together we've decided to turn the page and move on from our marriage. Armie and Elizabeth share 2 children together, 5-year-old Harper Grace and 3-year-old Douglas. Kacey Musgraves and Ruston Kelly. The country singer and her husband also went their separate ways in quarantine after 2.5 years of marriage. Quote, we've made this painful decision together, a rep confirmed in a statement to People at the time. Adding, quote, with heavy but hopeful hearts, we wanted to put our own thoughts into the air about what's happening. These kind of announcements are always met with scrutiny and speculation, and we want to stop that before it even starts.